Good morning, students. Welcome to another science lesson. Today, we are going to learn about sensing and responding. So, we are already learning about the different life processes. We finished respiration, we finished movement, we finished growth. Now we know there is S sensitivity, right? So, how the animals and plants sense and respond, this is what we are going to learn today. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to describe how living things sense, okay, and respond to changes in their surroundings. So we will talk about how they are sensing and responding, and also discuss how senses and responses help the living things to survive. How are these senses helping them? In what ways are they helping? Now, how do we sense our surroundings? Tell me. Yes, the five senses: hearing, sight, smell, taste, and touch. Yes, we have the five senses. Now I'm going to show you some pictures and you have to tell me which sense we are going to use to understand what it is, okay? Now here you have a lemonade. Which sense you will use? Yes, the taste, to know it's lemonade, right? What about this one? Which sense will you use? Yes, you will use hearing because you will listen to the music. Now here, which sense you will use? You will use your sight. You will see and recognize that it is a fish in a bowl. What about this one? Which sense are you going to use? Of course, you are going to eat and taste it, right? What about this one? You're going to eat, it's already cooking. It's not cooked yet. Yes, you're going to get the smell that it is being cooked. So you will recognize that something delicious is being cooked. What about flowers? Yes, again we use the sense of smell mainly. Then you can use the sense, the sight also to see flowers. What about reading? Yes, we use sight, we see and read. Now you have a pie being cooked in an oven. Yes, the smell will tell you. Now someone is crying. Bah. Yes, you will use your hearing. What about a nice sandwich? Yes, you will use your taste. What about an animal walking? You will use your sight to see, right? And here, what do you use? Yes, again, taste. No one can resist an ice cream. Here again, yes, you have the hearing because you can listen. So, we use these senses for what? To keep us safe, to find food, and to do different different things which we need to live, right? There are so many things which we need to live, we use them. Now when you sense, actually there is a stimuli. So first of all, let's understand what is the stimuli and then response, okay? Anything that causes a response is a stimulus. Anything which make you react, which make you respond, it's called stimulus. Stimuli is the plural of stimulus. So stimulus is one and stimuli is more. And reaction to an event is called response. So your reaction is called response, and something which causes you to react is called the stimulus. Now every organism around us responds to stimulus. Now we have an example over here. Touching the hot kettle. This is the stimulus because when your hand touches the hot kettle, automatically you will pull your hand away. Withdraw your hand because of the heat. Even if you are not looking, you are just walking by, you touch something hot, immediately you pull your hand away. So pulling the hand is the response and the hot thing is the stimulus because that is making you give the reaction, right? Give you another example also. A bad smell from the trash, that is the stimulus because that is making you react. And how are you responding? By covering your nose because you have a bad smell. So stimulus is something making you react, and response is your reaction. I'll give you one more example also. A bright light, if flashed to your eyes, what will be the stimulus? Stimulus is the strong light. And what is the response? You close your eyes, right? That is the reaction you do. Now another one is feeling cold. When you feel cold, what do? You react by, either you turn off the AC, or you wear your jacket, you wear warm clothes. So the reaction is the response, and the stimulus is feeling the cold temperature. Now we will do activity 1 from your Pupils book. So all of you, please take your Pupils book and open. It's page 24. So please open page 24. You have a diagram here. It shows how sense signals travel along the nerves to the muscles to produce a response. You can see a person is touching something, like a pin, and then it goes along, and then it comes back to the muscle to pull your hand away, and pulling your hand away is the response. So what is the stimulus here? Stimulus is the pin, because that is making you to react, to pull your hand away. If there was no pin, you wouldn't pull your hand away, right? So which sense detected? Is it sight, hearing, smell, taste, or touch? Yes, it is touch over here. And how do signals travel to the body? How are they traveling through the body? You can see it's traveling along the nerves. And what is the person's response? How is he reacting? He is moving the hand or pulling the hand away. So did you understand? Stimulus is something making you react, and you have the sense which helps you to identify it. Maybe it's touch, maybe it's smell, maybe you see something and then you react. Okay, and nerves are helping here to send the signal to your brain or your spinal cord. Now, like us, like humans, animals also respond to stimuli. A bird hears the loud noise and responds by flying away. Just if you have a group of birds, if you make a huge noise or you walk towards it, it will respond by flying away. A spider feels its web move. So when it feels that its web is moving, because the spider's web is very thin, if it moves, it knows that there is something caught in the web. So it will rush to catch and eat that prey, the insect which is caught in the web. A dog smells food. So when it smells food, it will start to drool, ready to eat. You can see the saliva coming from the mouth, because from the smell it knows that the food is ready. A chameleon, it sees a fly. Now a chameleon, it's you must have seen in zoos and all. Now it has not a long tongue. Its tongue is attached to the front, so it can stick out its tongue. So when it sees a fly move, it will flick out its tongue to catch it. It's a very long tongue. You can see in the picture already. A moth, it smells with its antenna. Two antenna sticking out. It smells with it, and then it flies towards the smell. Okay, especially to find a companion, a female moth. The male moth will smell and fly towards the female moth. An octopus, it tastes with its tentacles. The other day you asked me about, octopus having legs. It's not legs, I told you it's tentacles, and it tastes with it. So it pulls it into its mouth if something is tasting good. So it will try to catch or touch with the tentacles, and because its tentacles can taste, so when it touches something it can taste already, and if it's really good it will pull it into its mouth. So in the next page of your Pupils book you have activity 2. You have to complete the table. Okay, The first one is the animal given, the stimulus and the response. So the first one is already done for you. Bird, when there is a loud noise, it will fly, right? What about the spider? We just talked. Yes, when the spider, what happened? The web moves, right? And when web moves, what will happen? The spider will also move to go and catch the insect or its prey. It will move. Now, dog. What is the stimulus? What is making the dog to react? Yes, the smell of the food. And how is the dog responding? It drools. Now, chameleon. What is the stimulus? A fly moving, right? And what is the response? It flicks its tongue out. Now, a moth. What is the stimulus? It is smelling. And what happens? It flies towards the smell. Now, octopus. What it does? It touches, right? It touches the things, and if it tastes good, what it will do? It will eat. So, do you understand? For every stimulus, there is a response. Now, plants also respond to stimuli. But plants cannot see, we know that. Plants cannot listen, and cannot hear. It cannot smell, right? But it can feel. It can sense, actually. We can say it can sense. Now, have you seen this plant? It's also called touch-me-not. It's a mimosa plant. Before touching, the leaves will be straight. Once you touch it, it will fold. So the stimulus is your finger, and the response is folding. So this is one way it senses. One example how plants sense. Another one is that the roots respond to water. The roots try to grow where there is water. If the water is to one side of the soil, the root will grow to that side. So it responds to water. It can sense water and grow towards the water. Also, the shoots or the top part of the plant, it responds to light. It will try to grow towards the light. So if you have a room and a window through which the sunlight comes, and if you keep the plant even in the other corner, it will bend and grow towards the window because there is light over there. So it can sense and respond to the light. Now, another example I can tell you is when you take orchid nursery, the roots are in the air because you hang them. Now you can see that the roots grow downwards. It doesn't grow upwards or sidewards, because roots respond to gravity. There is a gravity, there is a force which pulls you to the earth. So these are the ways in which plants sense and respond. For touch, it will fold, right? The touch-me-not or the mimosa plant. Then you have the roots which respond to the water. It grows towards the water. Shoot, it responds to the light. It grows towards the light. And finally, roots also grow downwards, responding to gravity. Now open the next page, page 26. Let's do what you have learned. Animal blank detect light, sound and smells. So animal what? Yes, animals what? What does it use? It uses the senses to detect the light, sound, smell and other blank in the surroundings and other stimuli, because the stimuli is the something which make them respond. So the senses are used to find the stimuli. Signals travel along blank through the animal's body. So signals travel along the nerves. To produce, what does it produce? When the signals reach your body, what it makes? It makes you, respond. So it produces a response. Plant stems grow towards the stem or the top part, towards the light. And the roots respond to the gravity. Okay, fine. Now, can you all open your notebook? Let's do the check your progress in your notebook. Write today's date, the lesson name and the page number, and also check your progress, the subheading, before we start. Number 1 is to draw a diagram. We will skip this. You know what will happen when you touch a hot flame. You will pull your hand away. So let's skip this. Let's do number 2. With which part of its body does an octopus taste? Which part does it use to taste? Yes, it uses the tentacles. And how does it respond to the taste of the food? It just takes and eats or put it into the mouth. So it uses tentacles and it put it into the mouth. Now the next question is, which part of a plant respond to light? Which plant? Which part? Yes, the shoot. And which part responds to gravity? Yes, the roots. Now, please open your workbook when you're done with this. We will do the workbook also, and with that we will finish our lesson today. Workbook page 13, sensing and responding. Now, you have to write the senses for each of these responses. You pull your hand away from a hot plate. How do you know it's hot? Yes, from the touch. Someone next door is cooking food. You feel hungry. How do you know someone is cooking next door? Yes, from the smell. You put some lemon in your mouth and then you make a face because it's sour. How do you know? Yes, it's because of the taste. You hear a car horn and look around. When you hear a noise, you look around because you are using your hearing. Okay. Now let's go to question 2. Okay, now question 2. Animal senses respond to help them find food, escape danger, and find a mate, also to find a partner. Match the stimuli and the response to the way they help the animal. You draw lines, okay? So first one is the chameleon sees the movement and flicks out its tongue. It is for what? Finding food, escape from danger, or find a mate? It is for finding food. A peacock spread its beautiful feathers. Yes, to find a mate. A shark swims toward the smell of blood. Again, it's trying to find food. A mouse hears a noise and hides in a hole. Yes, to escape danger. A male moth smells a female in the distance to find a mate. And a bird sees a sudden movement and flies away because of the sudden movement. Yes, to escape danger. Easy? Now let's move to the next question. Now you have true or false. An octopus tastes with its tentacles. True or false? Yes, it's true. Insects do not have a sense of smell. False, because just now we said that a moth can smell, right? Plants do not have a nervous system. True, they don't have a nervous system like us. Plants do not respond to their surroundings. Plants do not respond? It's false, because plants do respond. Okay, now the last question. Look at the events and make the senses which is stimulated and what is the response. So we need to find what sense is being used and what is the response. A bright flash of light. Which sense we use here? Yes, we use our sights. And what happened? What is your response when a bright flashlight come to you? Yes, you close your eyes because suddenly you close or you put your hand over your eyes. A loud bang. If you do, there is a loud bang. Which sense you will use? Yes, your hearing. You hear it. And then what do you have when there is a very loud noise? Yes, you might cover your ears. A tap on the shoulder. How you feel that someone tap? Yes, by touch. And what you will do? You will turn around to see who it is, right? There is a burning smell. Yes, you use the smell. And what you will do? You will look around to see from where is it coming, what smell it is, yes? So I hope this lesson was very easy. Thank you for paying attention. It's such an easy lesson. The only thing is that, like us, animals and plants also respond. Now, we use our 5 senses. The animals use it. But for plants, they don't have these 5 senses, but they do respond to their surroundings. To the shoot responds to light, the root responds to water and gravity, yes. And also some plants, when you touch, it moves. So this is how they are sensing. So thank you. See you in the class. Have a nice day.